Hello Internet, and welcome back to some more Bazzle Spot Live. I do hope you enjoyed the last couple of weeks with Lorantis, which was pretty fun, I think. You know, solo blading things. Actually worked out a lot better than I expected it to be completely honest. But as we carry on with our schedule, which seems to be working out quite nicely, I've got something different for you. So this team does look a little bit more standard, but it has got some interesting tricks on it. So hopefully we'll get to show off these tricks, because, you know, if we don't, then, well, it'd be a pretty boring video, I suppose, won't it? But but no, let's see if we can do something, because I suppose Raichu has dropped off a little bit, but yeah, there's a couple of Pokemon on here that have got strange movesets, I suppose, but now we're faced with someone from Japan with a decent rating already, so let's try and do this then. Yeah, it's got a team that I think this can maybe handle with our shenanigan mode. So we'll go with Whimsicott and Snorlax here. You might have played me. Excuse me. Might have played me on Showdown using this. So you know, if you recognise it, then you know you already know what's coming. But we'll go with these two. Tapu Lily we want as well, and I think Arcanine as well. So we will go with these four here. It's always best to take 4 Pokemon to a battle, I do find. But yeah, I mean, if you've not recognised this from Showdown, then you will. It will soon become apparent what is interesting about this team. So we'll see what happens here. I think Whimsicott is a pretty decent lead against this team. You'll see why with the moves I've got in a moment. And it just depends on how well. It depends on how he plays the turn 1. We'll see what he leads with. How threatening the Snorlax he is. People might, I mean, looking at this, Whimsicott Snorlax, you might think this might have Trick Room on Whimsicott. So it's actually going with Arcanine and Finny, which is okay. Arcanine might have Roar, Finny might have Taunt. But he might just double into the Whimsicott to get rid of it, which I'm kind of hoping is going to. So I'm going to Tailwind here. And I'm going to Belly Drum straight away. And fingers crossed there's no Roar, fingers crossed there's no Taunt. But if there is, then nicely played. But, you know, we're keeping those fingers crossed that one of those doesn't come out. He might have Haze on the Finny, but if he does, that's not too much of a problem for us. But yeah, we'll see how he plays this. He had a decent rating, so leading Arcanine and Finny is interesting. So here's the Tailwind. He's just Flare Blitzing, hopefully into the Whimsicott, which will be excellent. Yeah, he is. He might just be doubling into it, which would be really good for us. And Finny, hopefully not a Taunt. Moonblast into Snorlax. Okay, well, I'll take that, definitely. That did a lot of damage. We don't really care about special attack drops. But now we're Belly Drumming, and this Snorlax will will become, well, very clear what it is. This Snorlax has been eating lots of food. It is quite a jolly Snorlax, and so in Tailwind, it's quite fast. What have we got in the back? We've got Arcanine, we've got Finny. Yeah, so I actually am gonna switch Whimsicott into Arcanine, because I want to weaken his own Arcanine's Flare Blitz, and I'm just going to go for a Frustration into the Tapu Finny, just in case it has got Haze. This can go wrong still if his Arcanine has got Roar, but this Snorlax is, like I kind of, was very subtle. This Snorlax is jolly, and if you remember, way back in VGC 11, some people used Amoonguss. Okay, I'll take that. Some people used Amoonguss, Timid, max speed, because in Tailwind that does actually outspeed base 111s, I do believe, outspeeds the Genies. So this Snorlax, it's base 30, obviously speed. This is jolly. This is in Tailwind. This is going to outspeed Kartana. It's going to outspeed, Ninetales and Garchomp and Gengars and, Nihiligos and all kinds of things like that. So this is, but not Tapu Koko. So this is kind of the thinking behind this team. It's interesting. I think the only way this Koko can knock out the Snorlax is with a Gigavolt Havoc here. So So I guess we'll hope he hasn't got that. I mean, I think I'm gonna put in the Lily to get rid of the terrain, because if it is just like a Life Orb Thunderbolt without the terrain, I don't think that'll knock Snorlax out. So yeah, Arcanine is going to come back into the Lily, and I am just going to Frustration into the Tapu Koko to knock that out and get rid of it. His Arcanine is not really threatening because it is intimidated. A Psychic might even knock it out depending on its spread at this point as well. But we'll see what this Tapu Koko does. So Arcanine goes out into the Katana, fair enough. And it just protects. Okay. Well, that's fair enough. That is fair enough. So we don't know its item yet. I do still have all 4 of my Pokemon. But I don't think I'm going to switch anything in just yet. We don't know if the Katana is Focus Sash either, because, again, we are in Tailwind for 1 more turn. So Snorlax is faster than the Katana. So, you know, I think I'm just going to go for a Psychic into the Tapu Koko. If it's Assault Vested, then it'll survive. If it's Assault Vested, it can't knock out my Snorlax in 1 hit. And just go for a High Horsepower into the Katana. If it switches Arcanine in for the Koko, then it's going to be taking a lot of damage. Potentially knocking it out, depending on its spread, like I said. The Intimidate is going to probably mean that the Katana survives this, but... or, okay, it's just detecting, which is smart, but we are still in a really good position now. He is going to be getting his terrain back. Wow, okay. Well, that looks like an Assault Vested Arcanine then, which is interesting. But, now what do we do? A Psychic into the Arcanine slot is very free, because we know that that can't protect. If he switches into the Koko, then... fair enough, Psychic will 2-hit KO that. So I think I'm going to Psychic into the Arcanine. Katana might decide to... It's interesting how he detected on that turn. He might have suspected my Snorlax with a very fast Snorlax. I suppose seeing it outspeed his Arcanine probably did indicate that. But Snorlax, I don't think I want to switch it into anything here, because I want to make sure I do get something from this turn. So I'm just going to High Horsepower again into the Katana. He's probably going to knock my Snorlax out here, but I feel like I'm in a decent enough position to win the game from here. I think the Tailwind did give us enough momentum to do enough damage to his team to get to this point. It is a Z move. It is the fighting one. Okay, so this will be into the Snorlax. So, you know, could have protected the Snorlax there, but I didn't want him to get cheeky and basically... target my Tapu Lele there as I protected the Snorlax, because then we wouldn't have been in a particularly good position. But now, Tapu Koko and Katana are a bit of a pain for us here, because you might have seen, if you did have Eagle Eyes, I do have Hidden Power, which is fire, on my Whimsicott, and we know that this isn't a Focus Sash Katana now as well, so as long as we can get rid of the Tapu Koko, Whimsicott will be able to win this game. So, Koko comes in, he's going to get his terrain back. But what do we do here? If I get a Bulldoze off, then that would be really good. That is my phone. He has been intimidated as well, so that Katana isn't really threatening too much. So I think he does have to target into the Arcanine with his Koko, doesn't he? Oh, yeah, okay, so the Katana is neutral, actually, yeah, because of the Beast Boost. This is annoying, because well, not annoying, but, you know, it's tricky, because if Lily goes down here, I need to make sure the Koko is slower than Whimsicott, so this looks strange. I'm hoping he's not going to protect his Koko here. I'm just going to Bulldoze into myself. So Koko does protect here. Okay, so at least we're getting the Bulldoze into his Katana, which is fair enough. But this game just got a little bit more interesting. He's actually going for a Sacred Sword into Arcanine. Okay. So I thought he would knock out the Lele there, which is interesting. But now I've bulldozed myself. I thought, okay, that's not too bad because he was probably going to be knocking out my Lele there. But now I've got a Choice Scarfed -1 speed thanks to my own move, Tapu Lele, which is not good. Yeah, not good at all. So now I am going to go for a Psychic with a Helping Hand into his Tapu Koko. And this should, Helping Hand Psychic should knock it out because it's essentially a terrain boosted, essentially with the Helping Hand boost. We know that it's not Assault Vested because the Arcanine was Assault Vested. So unless he has got, unless this knocks out my Lele, basically, I think I've won the game. Because, his Kartana is bulldozed as well, so I am still faster than the Kartana. Yeah, so this Psychic with the Helping Hand, he is, he's taken some 10% recoil from his Life Orb as well. Yeah, that knocks out the Koko. Whimsicott will be able to come in, and with our secret move, we'll be able to, win this game. So, that was a bit of a scary ending, but an interesting ending. Yeah, interesting. He probably thinks he's won it at this point, because it's just a Kartana versus a 1 HP Whimsicott. But this is not any old Whimsicott. We know that it's not Assault Vested. We know it's not anything like that because it had all that pummeling. So this hidden power is super effective, as the game has confirmed to us. Yeah, we're faster. He's at -1. Hidden power. It's not Okaberry either. So Whimsicott is actually going to win this game. So yeah, he had a decent rating. He had a team that this is kind of built to deal with, I guess. So the Tailwind did put a lot of pressure on his team. He did play around the Snorlax quite well. The downside really to this Snorlax in Tailwind is that Tapu Koko is still faster. So Tapu Koko is a bit of an issue for this team. If I was going to try and make it a bit more solid, then I would probably want a better answer to Tapu Koko. But, for a first game, that worked out really nicely because we got to show off most of the tricks, really. So, yeah, let's carry on, look for another game. I guess we stole a few of his points. And see if we can do something else. Yeah. Excuse me. So, the turn where I bulldozed into myself, and he protected the Lele, wasn't too bad for us because we did get the bulldoze onto his Kartana as well, so that my Lele was still faster as well. And with the Helping Hand, the Psychic did still knock out his Tapu Koko as well. This is interesting because Mandibuzz is one of the bigger issues for this team because we can't taunt it because it's a Dark type, and it will have foul play. So I can't really Belly Drum too safely in front of it. Interestingly, he has got 3 of the same Pokemon as well. I mean, I guess they are fairly standard-ish Pokemon, the Lele, Gyarados, and Arcanine especially. But you got to imagine he's going to go with Mandibuzz and Lele, or Mandibuzz and Togedemaru. I think. So, if I go with Raichu and Snorlax, I probably could get a Belly Drum. But then he would just be able to foul play me. So I'm going to go with Whimsicott and Snorlax again. And I do want Raichu in this. And I think Arcanine is important here as well, but this going like this makes us rely very heavily on Snorlax. And his Mandibuzz could be an issue because we don't have my own Lele's Moonblast for it now. So I don't know, this is going to be pretty risky. Risky going, but we'll see what he leads, I guess, won't we? So, let's see what he got. So, yeah, nothing like I expected. Kartana and Gyarados. Okay, so no Mandibuzz, no Lele, no Togedemaru yet. So, as long as his Kartana isn't Focus Sash or Assault Vested, I could just go for a Hidden Power and a Belly Drum, which is exactly what I am going to do. A lot of Kartana do have the Z move now. Oh, it's a Scarfed one. Fair enough. So, Scarfed is gone now, because, you know, it won't survive this hidden power. This Gyarados might Dragon Dance, or it might just be doubling into my Whimsicott, who knows. That critical hit did not matter. He was actually Ice Fanging into the Whimsicott. Okay, well, if you're Smart Striking, then you should just Waterfall into it as well, to be completely honest, shouldn't you? So, you know, don't really feel bad about that one. But yeah, I've just got a completely free Belly Drum here, which is very good. The problems come, though, is if he has got his Mandibuzz, if he has, it does become a bit of a 50-50. Yeah, so does he just go straight for the foul play here, or does he kind of predict my Tailwind and Tailwind himself? So I am definitely going to Tailwind here, and I'm definitely going to protect here. I think he kind of has to foul play into the Snorlax. So yeah, Snorlax protects. I will get my Tailwind. If Whimsicott did go down there, then I would have probably brought in my Raichu, and I would have been able to Earthquake. Okay, I would have been able to Fake Out and Frustration into the Mandibuzz quite safely, because Mandibuzz don't normally carry Protect. The only downside there would have been if he got maybe like a Waterfall Flinch on Snorlax, I guess. But yeah, he does go for the foul play there, which is really good for us now, because now I can bring in Raichu and threaten both of these Pokemon, but more importantly, Snorlax will be faster than both of his Pokemon here. In fact, Snorlax will be faster than every member of his team now, unless that Lele is Scarfed, or it's Arcanine Scarfed, I guess. So yeah, just going to go for a Thunderbolt into the Gyarados and a Frustration into the Mandibuzz. If the Togedemaru switches in for the Mandibuzz, then it will be going straight down to its Focus Sash. And, you know, Gyarados will, get to Dragon Dance or something. But, yeah, I mean, this Thunderbolt should knock it out, and Frustration should knock out the Mandibuzz as well. So, straightforward games, I guess, so far. Yeah, +6, Frustration. Gone. Mandibuzz. So, I did say, going into this game, that because I didn't bring my own Lele, and, well, I suppose in general with the things that I brought, I was relying very heavily on the Snorlax, and so I'm glad he didn't double up into the Snorlax turn 1 there, but yeah, I can just, you know what, just for the animation, I'm going to go for this Stoked Spark Surfer into the Lele, and just Frustration into it as well. I have got the Stoked Spark Surfer on Raichu because the thinking is that it can kind of support Snorlax as well. If, like, they do protect into it, they are still going to get paralyzed from it. And, you know, Snorlax will take advantage of, you know, paralyzed opponents as well, too. So, yeah, we've had 2 games that have worked out quite nicely for us. We are only at 18.5 minutes. So, you know what? I say this like every time, don't I? Ooh, it's a Monday. Ooh, today's a particularly special Monday. Of course it is. You know, whatever, Barry. Let's just do a 3rd game and waste our lives for an extra 8 or so minutes. Why not? So, yeah, I don't know. We've at this point we've kind of seen all of the tricks on this team. There's not really anything too special about the Gyarados. Or anything else really, so yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this team, but you know, let's keep on going with it and see how many other people we can cheese with it. It's just funny that, like, you know, I did see people complaining in the Showdown chat that, oh, I just lost to a max speed Snorlax, oh, what idiot uses that? This one. So there you go. This is a team. Now, in the comments on last Monday's video, you were saying to me, this is the team, Barry, that won Worlds, and you're there sitting there thinking, like, what is this? But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the team that won Worlds, or if it's not, then it's very, very similar to it. So, it's no QR code, so I'm pretty sure this is very similar to it. So, the Nature Power is scary. I don't like playing against Nature Power Whimsicott, but does this Whimsicott have Tailwind? I think it does. Don't actually know. I really should have paid more attention, shouldn't I? But what do we do here? I think that crocodile's got taunt on it, hasn't it? I think it does. So I'm going to go with Whimsicott and my own Snorlax again, but I do want Tapu Lily here, and I do want my Arcanine here as well. I do believe. So Raichu came last battle, didn't really do too much, knocked out a Gyarados. Yeah, we're leaving our Gyarados on the bench as well. I'm not really a massive fan of Gyarados, to be completely honest. Not in this format anyway, but we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I mean, I did use Gyarados a little bit in VGC 14. I did quite like it. I do like Mega Gyarados as well. But he goes with Celesteela and Tapu Koko. Okay. Okie dokie. What do we do here then? What was the item on this Tapu Koko? Where's his Z move? Surely on the Crocodile? Oh, he's got it on the Whimsicott, hasn't he? So I don't think he would have the Z move on Koko as well. Information that I should know, really, isn't it? Really. See, I could taunt the Celesteela, but it could just be going for the knockout into Whimsicott. So I'm going to Tailwind here, and I'm going to try and Belly Drum again. So, you know, just a Tailwind Belly Drum. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. Alright, well, I'm fine with this then. One good thing about, or another good thing about this really fast Snorlax is that it is faster than, I mean, it's naturally faster, well, not naturally, but, you know, it is faster than the Celesteela here, which is nice. But it is also faster than most Marowaks and Mucks as well, so it can Belly Drum before the knockoff, it can High Horsepower before a Flare Blitz or whatever as well. So the Tailwind actually was not necessary at all there, and a taunt into the Celesteela would have been really nice for us. But now we are Belly Drummed, and we do definitely threaten this Marowak. But that is very obvious. He hasn't got any floating things, aside from Celesteela, that he can switch the Marowak into, though. So I am just going to go for a High Horsepower into the Marowak. Celesteela doesn't have to protect here, because it doesn't really fear anything. So I am just going to... I mean, I could taunt into it, so that it definitely can't like protect in the future. But I am going to bring in my Arcanine, so that I can threaten it and take care, you know, make best of this Tailwind while we can. And I'm just going to High Horse. I'm pretty sure this Marowak is going to protect here, but I'm just going to High Horsepower into it just to be safe, because Celesteela isn't really threatening either of these Pokemon as it stands, especially as it's intimidated now. Oh, okay. Well, the Marowak doesn't protect them, and just goes straight down, which is good. And because we are in Tailwind as well, the Arcanine here will be faster than his Tapu Koko, and will threaten with the Inferno Overdrive as well. So, yeah, I don't care that Snorlax is seeded, not especially, anyway, because anything that he's got, besides the Tapu Koko, Snorlax is going to be faster than him. So the Koko surely has to come in now, but it doesn't. And this guy doesn't know how fast Snorlax actually can be. This does mean that the Celesteela can survive a thingy at this point, though. An Inferno Overdrive, I'm pretty sure. I'm definitely going for a Frustration into the Crocodile. But do I withdraw the Arcanine here, or do I just attack? I think I just attack. I don't think I need to overthink this too much. Yeah, I'm just going to Inferno Overdrive into the Celesteela. Oh, it's probably going to protect, though, isn't it? Yeah, the Celesteela's bound to protect, surely. So maybe I do withdraw the Arcanine and just preserve my Z move. Yeah, I'm going to put Whimsicott back in. And I'm just going to go for a Frustration into the Crocodile. Unless this is a Scarfed Crocodile, Snorlax will be faster, and at +5 should still knock it out. So yeah, Snorlax, fast on the Crocodile. and knocks it out. He doesn't protect with the Celesteela though, so okay. Heavy Slam comes out into the Snorlax. Okay, wouldn't have been devastated if it was into the Whimsicott, to be completely honest. Snorlax is getting whittled down now, but he's only got Celesteela and Tapu Koko left. I'm going to have my terrain with my Lily, and I've got Arcanine in the back as well. So I feel like I'm in a good enough position to win from here. This is the last turn of Tailwind as well, yeah. I mean, do I bring in... No, I don't think I do. Like, if I bring in Lele for the Whimsicott, it's going to get heavy slammed, but it would mean that Snorlax would probably survive a Thunderbolt and would be able to, you know, knock the Koko out there, but I don't think that's really worth it. So, I'm just going to try and taunt now into the Celesteela, and I am just going to go for a Frustration into the Tapu Koko. I think I can win with what I've got in the back. So, Koko protects, which is fine. I mean, really fine, not a problem. Celesteela protect as well. Okay, so he's protected on the last turn of Tailwind, but we will have some more Tailwind in the future. Not that we really need it, because my Lily is Scarfed. It would mean Arcanine would be faster than Koko. It does mean that Whimsicott would be faster than Koko as well. But he is just going to Thunderbolt into the Snorlax here. I don't think I really need to taunt the Celesteela, really, do I? So I could just Energy Ball into the Koko to make sure it is in range of Psychic. But the problem with that is if I don't lose both of my Pokemon, which I don't think I'm going to, we've got mind games of does he protect the Koko and Heavy Slam into the Lele and all that kind of stuff too. So I am going to Tailwind here. And just go for a Frustration into the Koko. I will be losing Snorlax here. I could protect Snorlax, but it would just be drawing the game out unnecessarily to protect it, because then next turn he would have probably protected his, you know, Koko and blah blah blah, and I don't think we really need to play around with stuff like that. So yeah, because I did Tailwind, I can just bring in Arcanine now and threaten both of these Pokemon. He hasn't protected his Celesteela at all. I'm just thinking, like, I could just target into the Celesteela. I'm not intimidated anymore, which is one of the reasons why I did withdraw the Arcanine. But what do we do here? Because I don't really want the Celesteela knocking out the Whimsicott and getting a Beast Boost in defense. A Beast Boost in Protect, I almost said. That would be a pretty good Beast Boost, wouldn't it? So, yeah, still got some mind games here. If I double into the Koko and it protects and he knocks out Whimsicott, then I do just get a free switch into Lele, don't I? So, yeah, I'm just going to double into the Koko here. I think this is safe. He's probably going to protect the Koko, really. Oh, the Celesteela finally protects. So he tried making some kind of call this turn, but yeah, we've out-called you there, I suppose. Yeah, so doubling into this Koko. And now the next turn, I can taunt and Inferno Overdrive if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for a taunt into the Celesteela and just a normal Flare Blitz, because if he does get a double protect, he's wasted my Inferno Overdrive. If he fails the protect, which he hasn't even gone for, then he will get taunted, and I can just freely Inferno Overdrive the next turn as well. But yeah, at this point, I'm fairly sure we've won the game, because he can't Leech Seed or do anything like that now. What is it with words? I know they said high horsepower. A high horsepower from Celesteela isn't going to knock out Arcanine. Heavy Slam is obviously what I meant, or a Flare Flare as well. It's not going to knock out Arcanine. So yeah, we've played this kind of safely, I suppose, in the end. But yeah, he's taunted, so he can't protect. So yeah, game over. So there we go. As we're just approaching 30 minutes, but it's going to be just over 30 minutes now, isn't it? So here's the Lele. Does the taunt show up here? Yeah, taunt. Okay, so taunt does show on the bottom screen, which is helpful. But yeah, let's be flashy. Why not? Let's be dazzling gleam flashy. And there we go. Completely unnecessary. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to know if this knocks it out. I think it does. Just being a bit silly now, but it doesn't actually. Wow. Okay. So yeah, you know, it makes no difference just because he is taunted. He is intimidated many times as well, and yeah, whatever. I am clearly being very silly now. I have got Z Fire at my disposal, but let's just be stubborn. Let's make sure we do knock him out with a Dazzling Gleam, just to whatever, be completely silly and finish the video, I guess, because yeah, we've had three games, 3 successful games. I mean, this team is, I don't know, I've got a habit of coming on BattleSpot, recording these games for you, making my teams look like super fantastic and everything, but they're actually not. Like this really falls apart to you know, people playing differently, you know, some different teams as well. But you know what? Let's take it. Let's let you all think I'm a genius, and we'll go from here. So Wednesday will be BattleSpot again. Friday we'll be back with this team, and then we'll see where we go next week as well. So I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. You know, please feel free to like this video. Yeah, it takes a moment to press that like button. You know what? First ever Twitter fail. First ever Twitter shout out on my channel. Follow me on Twitter. I do use Twitter now. I've actually joined up on Twitter and kind of use it sometimes. So follow me on Twitter as well. But yeah, thank you guys, and goodbye for now.